What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and as you guys can see, we are back at the track, but this time for the first time with the ZL1, and that is loud. Weather is pretty nice. It's getting nice and windy, chilly, cool. This blower is super hot from driving to the track, and actually I forgot my helmet, so I had to drive back to the house and then come back. So yeah, I wish I had a little bit more time to let it cool down, but we'll do the first pass as is and then let it really cool down for the second one. We're all on the street tires, so we're gonna see exactly what a bone stock ZL1 can do. Now, I'm really hoping for a mid 11 to low 11 and at least 122 miles per hour in the trap speed, but we will see. Basically, the best way to run these cars is gonna be, of course, in tour mode for the suspension to be able to travel, and then you want the traction control completely off and hope that the tires hook. We are gonna drop the PSI on these tires down to about 26, so let this thing cool down and I'll catch you guys on the first run. First run, it is super hot. The engine didn't really get a chance to cool down at all. We're going to be running another Camaro. It'll be a Camaro SS, so all right, good burnout there. Start the draggy, leaving right off of idle. Come on. We spun a lot. We spun a lot. That was a lot of spin. All right, guys, so you can see right there with me in it, we are at 4,085. Whew. Let's go park this thing. We're gonna let it cool down because we do have a run with one of my good buddies and the guy that owns Hustle Hard Automotive, Kevin. He is also my nitrous supplier, so we got to let this thing cool down and get kind of nice and ready to run his Dodge Charger Hellcat, which I believe is pretty much stock, but he has it on a tire and has, I believe, a lower pulley. So let's go ahead and show you guys the actual time slip from the track. So I'll put it on the screen here, guys, but unfortunately the mile per hour is way off, but on the top end, but we did a 1.81 60 foot. I know we can do better, especially if we can get it to hook. 7.0 to the 8th at 98.3 miles an hour, and an 11.45, and then it says at 104. Now I'm pretty sure it's 124, so it was pretty off, but that's still pretty damn good. Let me go ahead and show you guys the draggy slip, which is right here, and you'll see the draggy, I'll post it on the screen, said is a 195 60 foot, 763 to the 8th, and then a 1158 at 124 in the mile. So not bad. I think we're doing pretty damn good. That color on that Corvette is beautiful. Oh man, that's a good run. Oh, he let off. He let out of it. Oh no. Well, guys, the weather's just getting worse and worse. As you can see, super humid, so probably aren't going to see the best of passes. And even after sitting here for a while, it is still pretty warm to the touch. Ready for our second run, and against the Hellcat Charger with the tire. Now, first run, your mile an hour is right there with this one, so should be a good run. Hopefully I don't spin on this thing, but that's gonna be hard. Especially on a street tire. Yeah, I'm gonna get the hit, guys, because of course I'm spinning over here, but I think it'll be good. It'll be a good run. Hell yeah. So by the way, guys, this guy is the one that hooked it up with all the nitrous. awesome customer service. Pretty much anytime you call him, he can get you in and take care of you guys. You also have a shop, right?
Yes.
Hustle Hard Automotive.
Yes,
so if you are in the Santa Fe area, down south, Galveston, League City area, he, again, great customer service and will take care of you from anything, any kind of needs. So I'm excited, man.
I'm excited, yeah.
So we're gonna set the car up, go get in the lanes and see how it does. All right, got a good burnout. Put it back in drive. And again, I am getting the hits. So we're not gonna leave on the light. All right, let's see how we do. Such a close run, but the car just spun off the line and it's no bueno. I mean, the Hellcat got us, but it's all good. That was not my best launch. I mean, really, once I spun and had to let out of it, it was going to be pretty close. The Hellcat on the tire just took off and went, and we were pretty much even for the most part once we were rolling. But here's the time slip and we'll go over it a little bit more. But basically I did a 2.0 60 foot, really slow. We had done a 1.8 before, so I probably was better off just stepping on and holding on. But a 2.0 60 foot, 7.8 to the 8th, and an 11.76 at 123. So we lost a mile an hour there, but we spun and had to let off completely. The Hellcat, not bad, a 166 60 foot, so 4/10 faster. Went an 11.1 at 125, almost 126, which is pretty awesome. So great runs. Of course, he gave me the hit. Next time we'll hopefully come back and I'll be on a tire and we can try it again, and it should be a much closer run that time. But we're back here on the lanes, guys, and I think what I'm gonna do now, because we're having trouble with traction, let's go ahead and try the track mode and launch control on the ZL1, especially on the street tires. Everyone says that you're much better off launching the car yourself with all the nannies completely off, but with as bad as the prep is and these street tires not really hooking at all, I'm gonna go ahead and do the car in track mode with the launch control just the way it's set up, automatic on the car, so that way we can see what that'll run. It does have some few settings like the performance traction modes, which we're going to put to race to make sure that this thing will let us do the best we can. All right, guys, we've got a 2017 ZL1. I believe he just has a cold air intake, but he does have a drag radial in the back, so it's gonna be interesting to see what this car runs. Got the Shelby GT500 track pack on the carbon fiber wheels. And the smoke show from what looks like a Demon. Demon 10.0 and the Shelby GT500 11.4 at 126. So 11.6 at 120 for that ZL1 on a drag radial. So I mean, I don't know if that car is just not running right, but we were able to do 11.4 at 124, and even on the run we didn't actually get a good launch. We were able to do a 123 mile an hour trap speed, so something's up with that ZL1, which it actually makes me feel pretty good about the way the ZL1's working on now. So third and final pass probably for tonight, guys. Again, let's try launch control and see how that works. Okay, let's go. Alright, and we go to options. There we go. Now we've got the launch control enabled. That was the last run with the launch control, and I gotta admit, it's a lot more difficult to use the launch control on this thing, but we were able to successfully do it. And let's go look at first the draggy time, and I'll post that on the screen here. And the draggy showed a 1141 at 124.6, so pretty much good mile an hour, and a 1.86 60 foot, which was better than the 2.0 we did spinning off the line. Now guys, the launch control in track did shorten my first to second, second to third by almost 500 RPM. I think it shifted first and second at 6,000 and same second and third. So that is one of the reasons why I don't really like that stuff. But here in these kinds of conditions where you've got a street tire, launch control is probably going to be your best bet. Now if the weather was better and it wasn't this foggy or misty, you might be able to do better on a street tire, but it is what it is. Now if we look at the track time, and I'll post that up here guys, we had a 184 60 foot, which is pretty close to the draggy, 748 at 98.5 for the 8th mile, and then an 1144 at 122.3 for the mile an hour track wise. So it was 122, draggy says 124, but it still ran pretty good. And you can see here I did it twice. So the first run was this one where it did an 8.62 8.61. I'll put it on the screen. Then right now it did an 8.87 60 to 130. So yeah, so we're definitely gonna have to do some cooling mods, but overall bone stock guys, I'm super impressed with this car. Now let's go ahead and get the drag pack on this thing and maybe take the seat out and see if we can run a 10.9 or break over 125 mile an hour just with the weight reduction and the drag pack. That'll be coming up next in a future video. But comment down below, what are you guys' thoughts? Traction control and launch mode does work, especially in conditions like these, but I think in much better conditions, clear skies, clear everything, going off the foot brake with everything completely off is going to be your best bet. Now with that being said guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.